Shambho, Shambho, Mahadevaya.
There are spaces which were created by people who never uttered a word. There's a small hillock. Then somebody told me there are caves there. I could clearly see that person who was lying there more than 2000 years ago, a left leg was missing from knee down. There are spaces which were created by people who never uttered a word. There are any number of spaces like this. This happened very dramatically for us when… are there Tamil people? Karur, you know Karur? Near Karur, there's a place called Velaidapalyam. There's a small hillock. Almost 20 years ago, I was teaching a program there. Then somebody told me there are caves there where some 1900 years ago, some Jain monks came and stayed there. Then I said, okay, let's go and see. So, this is a small cave where about 8–10 people could lie down. Just about 5–5.5 feet in height you have to go in. It's like a bird's nest, you have to find your way. So we went there and it was not kept in any cleanliness or properly. Obviously people were using it for various purposes. There were a lot of empty bottles, cigarette packets and playing cards and always, somebody writes, PKT loves SKP and you never know who these people are, but you see inscriptions everywhere. So I went and sat there, about 4 other people that were there with me, 4 or 5 people. You sit there and suddenly your whole system is on in a different way. I said, wow, this is something. This is a place where somebody stayed over 2000 years ago and it's still alive like it's day before yesterday. And I could clearly see that person who was lying there more than 2000 years ago, he didn't have a leg, a left leg was missing from knee down. And it's like he was lying there just the previous night. It's as alive as that. Ever since then, all kinds of people have walked on it, animals have walked on it, people have sat there and had drinks and played cards and I don't know what else. But it's like that man was there yesterday, it's that alive. Since those 2000 years, how many kings, rich people, smart people, strong men, all kinds of people must have passed that land, done all kinds of smart things, no trace of them. I'm sure there must have been lots of teachers too, no trace of them. But this Langada man still lives strong, absolutely strong. So you can either work, if you work with your physical body, what you do today, tomorrow, if you use your mind and do something, it may last a little longer. If you use your physical energies and do something, it may last a little longer. But if you use the very source of creation within you and act through that, it just lives forever. So consecration essentially means this kind of action which will live forever. There are still places that exist which are not even on the map.
These are considered like secret villages.
I could clearly see that person who was lying there more than 2000 years ago, a left leg was missing from knee down.
There is one being in the Himalayan region who has had 3 enlightened lifetimes This is his final one.
Enlightenment does not mean everybody becomes one way. There are people of various hues.
Sadhguru, namaskaram. This side.
Please.
Identify.
Yeah, I'm Sandeep Kalra.
There is a policewoman, you must identify yourself.
My question is with something which I had experienced. We have a small NGO. We started that to enable people so that they can live well. So we employed some boys who were the sons of these maids and drivers. We told them that you come, we will teach you how to work on CNC machines. Those boys, they came for 2 days and third day they didn't turn up. We asked them, why you are not coming up? They say, हमारे हाथ काले हो जाते हैं. My hands become black. I don't want to work with my hands. And this is what is happening, that after education, all parents, even including myself, I want my child not to do a handwork. He should be an officer, he should sit in the office or he should be in the AC. Now, this is something where the erosion has happened. I would like your insight on this.
I think I kind of addressed this in the beginning. Our idea of education is entirely English, unfortunately. Everybody is going to the university, for what? We have to live in this universe, not in a university. Right now, this is a serious thing happening in the country. I do not know if these laws are across the nation, but at least in Tamil Nadu, because there were children dropping out of the school, the government passed a law a few years ago saying that you cannot fail a child till he reaches 9th standard. So from 1st standard to 9th standard is free pass. This was done misplaced compassion, because if you fail him at 3rd standard, then he will go back home, he won't come back and sit in the same class again. So let him somehow continue, with good intention. But today you have millions of youth who are 14, 15 years of age, who wear pants, who have the attitude of the educated but don't know education. They can't add 2 plus 2. But they have the attitude of the educated. Now they can't go back to the farm and work with their father. They can't learn carpentry which if their father is a carpenter or a blacksmith or whatever, your CNC machine. Now, we are creating this youth. This is a dangerous thing. Youth without purpose is a dangerous possibility, always. So our idea of education has to change. Why is it that everybody has to go to school? I do not believe in this compulsory education thing at all. Why is it that everybody has to go to school? We have to make a law. By the time you're 18, everybody must be tested, you must have some skill, otherwise you must join the army or do something. Some skill, you must be able to do something with your hands or your brains. If you have no skill, you must go for 2 years of some kind of compulsory training. It could be, semi-armed forces, it could be police, it could be some other industrial training, whatever. Kept there for 2 years and trained. In every country, in many countries who want to come up well, they have 2 years of compulsory army training. Ours need not be necessarily military training, it could be industrial training, it could be something else, but compulsorily they must go through by 18 if they don't have a skill or they're not progressing towards their academic capabilities, they must compulsorily go. If you don't skill the nation, you will kill the nation.
தமிழக அரசை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அவர்கள் அரசு புறம்போக்கு நிலங்களில் எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் மரம் நட வேண்டும் என்று ஆசைப்படுகின்றார்களோ அங்கெல்லாம் மரம் நடுவதற்கு அரசு அவர்களுக்கு உறுதுணையாக விளங்கும் என்பதை இந்த நல்ல நேரத்திலே தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன்.
80% of our body is water. That's where it all starts.
Through OP was telling me, for the first time he's seeing a crowd of people who are disciplined and so wonderful. உங்களெல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது, சத்குருவை பார்க்கும்போது, சத்குருக்கு துணையா இருக்கிற இத்தனை பேரை பார்க்கும்போது மனசுல ஒரு நம்பிக்கை, ஒரு தன்னம்பிக்கை வந்திருக்கு. அந்த தன்னம்பிக்கைக்கு நன்றி.
குருஜி அவர்கள் எடுக்கின்ற ஒவ்வொரு முயற்சிக்கும் அரசு உறுதுணையாக இருக்கும் என்பதையும் இந்த நல்ல நேரத்திலே தெரிவித்து
மேடையில் இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாமே வணக்கம். Our farmer with almost no science or technology and very little infrastructure, he's been providing food for 1.3 billion people. This is the greatest achievement in the country.
Dinner time, everybody should take 20 seconds before you eat your dinner and remind yourself of all the suffering that people have gone through due to lack of food and water, and the sufferings of these men and women who committed suicide as farmers. This is not to ruin your dinner, this is just that you eat your dinner as a human being conscious of everybody's pain and suffering. You eat so that you stand up to be a full-fledged human being, not just one more creature on this planet.
Until the next adventure, stay connected for more inspiring content, and don't forget to invite your friends to join us on this journey of learning and evolution.